my channel. So in this video I am just going to be showing you a few of my favourite brushes. I say a few, there is quite a few, but there's not too many. I've hand-picked my absolute favourites and brushes that I think are just staple in anyone's kits, whether you're a makeup artist or you just generally like doing makeup on yourself or whatever. These are just brushes I think people should have because these are the brushes that I love and I use the most and I cannot live without. So let's just get straight on with it. And I am flapping my hands about so much. Oh, and one more thing. I've gone the whole summer without wearing my Candy Yum Yum lipstick by MAC. Hello. Last year this was my absolute favourite and I haven't even touched it this year. Love it. So yeah, anyways, let's get on with it. Right, so I'm going to start with foundation brushes and I have two favourites out of all of my brushes, and this one is my Illamasqua blending brush, and it's called a blending brush but it's a blending foundation brush. I'm guessing that's why they called it that. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a synthetic, oh my god, I was going to say silicone and I was thinking of everything else but synthetic. It's a synthetic head brush, and I like using synthetic head brushes for my foundation just because it's a lot easier to clean and they just blend in the foundation beautifully. I really like stippling my foundation on with this one and it works so nicely with my Illamasqua skin-based foundation, which you guys know I absolutely love. And my other foundation brush that I love is by Real Techniques, and I'm sure you guys know all about this one. And this is, I think, okay, so the writing's all rubbed off now, so I'm guessing it's the buffing brush. And again, it's a synthetic head brush, but it's a lot more like fluffier than the Illamasqua blending brush. And a bit softer, and it just blends your foundation in beautifully. I feel like it doesn't leave any kind of streaks on your face or anything. So yeah, I really like this. And I'd just like to say, I love Real Techniques brushes, like full stop. So if you could go and get the whole pack, then do that because they're just, all of the brushes are such good quality and for such a good price. So if you're looking for something quite low budget but works really well, then I would definitely think about purchasing some Real Techniques brushes. Next I've got concealer brushes and I have two favourites for this. So the first one is my Sigma Tapered Kabuki brush. It is slightly dirty because I have used it yesterday, so that's why I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's the Sigma Tapered Kabuki F86. I really like this brush. Once again, it's a synthetic head brush. It really picks up any excess product, which is what you want for underneath your eyes. You don't want too much underneath the eyes left there because it's just going to end up creasing. So this helps prevent that, and it just picks it up, and it also distributes the concealer really nicely underneath your eyes. Some people do use this for foundation, but I personally just found that it didn't work well with me. Maybe I'm not doing it in the correct way, but I just found it's better for concealer because of its shape. It fits really nicely underneath the eyes. So yeah, love this brush. And my other favourite concealer brush is my MAC 287, and the reason I love this brush is because again it's synthetic, it's duo fibre, and this is just a good brush to pack on concealer. So if you want to apply your concealer densely in any areas, then this would be a great brush for that. I've used this so many times in so many tutorials when I'm really trying to concentrate the concealer on my dark circles and just keep it in that place. But again, because it's duo fibre, it's not leaving too much product underneath your eyes, and it's just picking up any excess as well. So really love this brush. My next favourite brush is my Real Techniques setting brush. Once again, another Real Techniques brush because I love them. It's again a synthetic head brush because they last longer. And yeah, I just love this brush because it fits underneath your eyes perfectly. And also I like the fact that it's tapered and the fact that it's quite small. A lot of setting brushes a lot of the time are quite large, big powder brushes and things. I do use that, but I prefer using a smaller brush just so you can kind of select where you'd like to set your face. So like say on your T-zone, and maybe sometimes you'd like to look a little bit more dewy in some areas, using a big powder brush is going to kind of not help you do that. So if you use a small one like this, it can just help you mattify certain areas, set certain areas, and you can look dewy and glowing in other areas. Also a very good versatile brush. It's not just a setting brush. You can use this to apply a highlighter, you can use this to contour if you like, you can use it for quite a few things. So it's just a really good small tapered brush that is quite versatile. Next I've got some contouring and highlighting brushes, and I'm going to start with my Zoeva 110 face shape brush, and I really like this because again it's synthetic. I've noticed I've picked a lot of synthetic haired brushes, that's just because they last a lot longer. But yeah, it's synthetic. I love the dome shape on this. It's just like the perfect shape. It's so good for cream contouring if you want to just fit it in the hollows of your cheek and blend it out and buff it out. It's just the perfect size and shape. So I really like this. Also, Zoeva brushes are amazing. I actually love a lot of their brushes. Like I said with Real Techniques, I love their whole range, but I'm not going to go and pick up and show you absolutely everything. I'm just going to show you a few select favourites. But with Zoeva, I also love their whole range of brushes, and they are also very affordable. So I would also look into those if you're looking for new brushes. But yeah, that's a really good cream contouring brush. Another brush for contouring and bronzing that I have is another Zoeva brush actually, and it's my 105 Luxe highlight brush, and this is actually a animal head brush. And although it says it's a highlight brush, I really like this for contouring, and I use it with my powder. You can also obviously use it for highlighting because of its shape. It's tapered. So yeah, again, just a really versatile brush. I always think you should find different ways to use your brushes. Just because it says it's a highlight brush, it doesn't mean you have to particularly use it for that. Just look at the shape of the brush, look at what you could do with it. As this one's quite tapered, but not too pointy, it's great for fitting in the hollows of your cheeks and giving you a really nice sharp contour, and also for blending and buffing it out. So yeah, just think about what you can do with the shape and size of your brush. And then onto a highlight brush, which you guys have seen in probably every single one of my tutorials. Every time I highlight, I use the same brush, and it is my Sigma tapered highlighter brush. And this is like way too tapered to use for contouring or anything like that. So I do use it just strictly for my highlight because it just distributes the product nicely because of the shape. And yeah, just a really good synthetic haired, once again, highlight brush. Moving on to my eye brushes, these are just staple brushes that I think I wouldn't be able to do my eye makeup without. And I'm going to start with my brow brush, and I use this same brow brush in every video, and I've used this same brush for the past maybe 2 years, yeah, probably longer, and it's my absolute favourite. And it's actually a Mercier brow brush, and it's angled on this side, and it's nice sturdy angled brush. It's not flimsy, which is what you want when you're trying to do your brows. And then it's got a spoolie on the other end. So yeah, it's just 2-in-1, which is perfect. You don't want to faff about with too many brushes for your brows. So I love this brush. So perfect. Moving on, I've got a, what is this? This is a MAC 239 brush. So we would do a very similar brush to this. It looks exactly the same, but a lot cheaper. But this is just the one that I picked up. MAC 239 is probably a staple in a lot of people's kit. It's just a perfect flat shader brush. You can use this to apply eyeshadow all the way across your lid. You can help it to blend out a cut crease. You can use it to blend out your lower lash line for your eyeshadow. So again, a very versatile brush. Love this. This is animal head as well. And then I've got some blending brushes actually, so I'll show you those. This is another staple that you would have seen on YouTube about 1,000,001 times, and this is a MAC 217 brush. It's just a perfect kind of blendy crease brush really. You can also use this to brush over eyeshadow across your lid as well if you want to, but it's just a lovely blending brush to have. Again, Zoeva do the same thing but a lot cheaper, but this is just one that I picked up. And then two other blending brushes that I have, and I've got one from Zoeva and one from MAC to show you the comparison. So this is the MAC 224 and this is the MAC 228 crease brush. So they look exactly the same. This one's probably just a little bit fluffier, the MAC one, because I've had it for a little bit longer and it's just been used a lot more. But yeah, they look exactly the same. The Zoeva one, they feel exactly the same as well. I feel like the Zoeva one's probably got a bit more hair. A bit more sturdier than the MAC one, but they're exactly the same and really good blending brushes to have. Must. I always find that when you're doing your eyeshadow, it's really good to have 2 or 3 blending brushes, because when you just have one, it can get a bit messy. So if you have 2 or 3, you can always go in with a clean one, and it helps blend things out a lot more seamlessly. And then moving on to some pencil brushes. I've got my MAC 219 brush. I love this pencil brush because you can really help carve out that outer V. You can use this to smoke out your liner. You can use this to smoke out your lower lash line. And again, oh, and also you can use this in the inner corners of your eyes as well if you just want to highlight that area. So again, a very versatile brush. Also, I think it's a must anyway, if you're trying to get into like the nooks and crannies of places, or if you're trying to get a bit more precision, then pencil brushes are great. And the other one I have to show you is my Louise Young LY13. This is a bit more stubbier than the MAC 210 brush. I like to use this one for the lower lash line and to smoke out liner, not so much to carve out the outer V, but it would be good to do a cut crease with. It's just, I don't know, it's stubbier, but it's not as sturdy as the MAC 210. It's just a bit more flimsy with the hair, so it's better for like blending and doing the inner corners, but not for, I wouldn't say like trying to get real sharp precision. But yeah, really good brush again. And then for liner brushes, I have my Louise Young LY24 brush, which is a really great fine liner brush. This just helps you get that beautiful cat eye and the whole wing thing that you guys know that I love doing. And another favourite liner brush that I have is my Zoeva Soft Paint Liner, and this is an angled brush, and this is a really sturdy angled brush, so it's on par with my Mercier eyebrow brush, so you could use it for brows as well, especially now that a lot of people are using cream products in their brows. I think this would be really good for that. And yeah, this is a 318 Zoeva Soft Paint Liner, perfect to help you create that sharp wing. This is actually what I've used today, and yeah, I've just been preferring, yeah, does that make sense? Well, I just prefer using this brush at the moment rather than a fine liner brush. I feel like I've kind of lost my practice with the fine liner brush, so I'm trying to get back into it with my liner with this, and it just makes it super easy. So if you are a beginner trying to do your winged liner or anything, this just makes it super easy to do, and I have used it in a couple of my videos recently, so if you want to know how I used it, then you can check those out. But yeah, I think those are everything really. Those are all my favourite brushes. It's not that many, but these are ones that I would carry around with me. If I could pick a certain few, these are the ones that I would take with me. Obviously not the hundreds that I do have. But yeah guys, I hope that's helped you out a little bit. If you're looking to buy new brushes, or you just wanted to know what I like and you just wanted to be nosy, then that's that. So anyways guys, if you like this video, then please can you give it a big thumbs up. If you want to know any other favourites, like favourite skincare or favourite lipsticks, or whatever it is. Comment down below, let me know, or if you've just got any video ideas for me, then go ahead and comment down below and I will check them out. Also, don't forget to follow me on Insta, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. And I feel like I've been rambling for ages because this whole video is really talky. But yeah, anyways, I'm just going to be quiet now. Thank you for watching. Love you lots. Mwah. Bye.